It is my distinct honor now to introduce today's commencement speaker. Dr. Jeffrey A. Bauer started his career at Shawnee State University in the fall of 1987 when he became the institution's first geology professor. He is, in fact, one of Shawnee State's first professors, joining SSU at its beginnings. As an academic, Dr. Bauer spent over 2 decades teaching geology in the classroom and learning about geology in the field. He then turned his interest and attention toward leadership in higher education. He became chair of the Department of Natural Sciences, dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, provost and vice president for academic affairs, and then president in 2018. Throughout his career, whether in teaching or in administrative roles, his commitment to students and belief in the incredible power of education has never wavered. Over the past 36 years, as a faculty member and as an administrator, he has developed new programs, advanced new initiatives, sought new heights, all in the interest of responding to the needs of students, families, and the community in this region. His tireless efforts on behalf of Shawnee State University and its students have contributed greatly to strengthening Shawnee State for the benefit of all who live, work, and learn in Southern Ohio. He has dedicated his entire career to Shawnee State and will now retire soon. Dr. Bauer is a proud father of 3 Shawnee State University graduates, and he says each time he hands a diploma to a graduate, as he will today, he is reminded of the impact that Shawnee State degrees have on our schools, hospitals, businesses, community, and the society. I've had the distinct pleasure of working with Dr. Bauer over the last 3 years and have learned a great deal from him. I'm delighted to present to you today President Bauer as our commencement speaker.
I don't know if I have anything more to say at this point. Over the last 36 years, I think I've missed only a handful of Shawnee State's commencements. This is the preeminent event on the calendar. And Mother Nature is smiling on us today with this beautiful weather. It hasn't always been that way, if those of you may have remembered last year. In recent years, I would be, at this point, providing you with biographical information on our commencement speaker. But this year's different. It's very special for me. I've listened to dozens of commencement addresses over the years, but I've never had a chance, an opportunity to serve as speaker. This is my last year at Shawnee State, so I decided to ask myself to be our commencement speaker today. And as it stands, I did accept the invitation. You can breathe easy, though, because I don't intend to give you an hours-long lecture that you'll forget 10 minutes after the ceremony, maybe even sooner than that. No, today you're going to get a short, sweet address that will be broken down into 3 brief sections. The first one, about me. The second one will be about Shawnee State University. And the third one is going to be about you. So when you hear me say, I would like to speak to each of you, you know you're getting to the end. You can breathe easy. So what about me? You heard a little bit already. I can probably add a few little things in between. I've been serving as president of Shawnee State for almost 5 years. Prior to that, I served in a variety of roles of which you've already heard: provost, dean of arts and sciences, dean of research and community relations, associate provost, chair of natural sciences, yada, yada, yada. But prior to that, I served as a faculty member, teaching geology since fall of 1987. 26 years in the classroom. And I can tell you, and I know that our faculty out there know this already, Those are the best years of my life. I lived in Ohio all my life, the last 36 years right here in Portsmouth, Ohio. I cannot begin to tell you all of my highs and lows since I started working here. That would take hours, days, months, years, decades. Among the lows, there have been times when it seemed that I wasn't sure whether the university was going to survive. Times of great unrest on campus, faculty strikes, financial crises, and yes, a pandemic. The highs included the first day of fall semester, each and every year, when I looked at all the new faces that were arriving on campus, leading field courses to different sites here in this country as well as outside of the country, and especially watching the light turn on in students that I had the honor to teach, and watching them leave Shawnee with knowledge and credentials that helped them to achieve success in their lives. Some of those students, by the way, have now retired from those careers, and they're sending their children to Shawnee State, and that's very cool. I can tell you that one of the greatest highs for me, though, is this event today, commencement, a time when I can see the fruits of our labor as teachers, as administrators, as stewards of the next generation. I don't think I'll ever have a better feeling than looking out at all of you dressed up in those funny robes with all the great plans, great minds, and bright futures ahead of you. Just remember that time moves quickly, so enjoy every minute that you can. Even the ones that aren't so pleasant, they're better than the alternative. Covet living, learning, and enjoy your family and friends. Now part 2, Shawnee State University. I came to Shawnee State when I was 28 years old, fresh out of Ohio State, graduating with a degree in geology, ready to take on the world, just as I'm guessing most of you are ready to now. The university had just transitioned from a community college in 1986, and we had an assortment of faculty and administrators who had served the community college, as well as new faculty and administrators who were brought in to build the newly christened university. I can't tell you how many crises this institution has endured, survived, and I can tell you firsthand, it just keeps getting better and better. This is a great institution, and don't forget that. Don't ever downplay the education you received at Shawnee State. We offer an excellent educational environment with strong, nationally recognized academic programs that are competitive with those of larger, better resourced universities. We are blessed to have a highly qualified, extraordinary faculty whose primary focus is teaching. And for a moment, would all the faculty please stand up? Also over here, please stand up. And please always be proud of what you've accomplished here, because you've accomplished much. For many of you, you are first in your family to graduate from college. Shawnee State has provided an opportunity for you. And with each of your future successes, you will help to elevate the university's reputation. Now the last part, you. I would like to speak to each of you personally as the newest members of the Shawnee State University alumni. You are joining over 19,000 past graduates from Shawnee State University. I'm proud of you, and you should be proud of yourself. Most of you have overcome considerable obstacles, both in and outside of the classroom, stayed with it, and completed your degree program. You are part of the COVID generation. I don't have to tell you what that means. Now that we can look back at it, it's clear that you have acquired skills that others who attended college pre-COVID just don't have. You're smart, you're resilient, You're ready to do some pretty great things for yourself, your family, and for the future. Remember to appreciate everything and every moment, especially today. And also appreciate those people back there who are still behind you right now, who've been behind you throughout and helped you get here. Now, if you think today is the end of your education, think again. It isn't over yet. Sure, you're going to receive a diploma and you'll be able to tell everyone that you've achieved an associate degree, a baccalaureate degree, a graduate degree, and by the way, that's a great achievement. But this is just the beginning of your education. Most of my generation and the ones before me earned a degree, aspired to one career that they remained in for most of their life. Of course, we had odd jobs, little jobs that helped pay the bills in our youth. But once we locked into a good career, benefits, promotion, that was it. No longer. Now a college degree is just the beginning. Because the world is changing so rapidly, most of you will have to change paths multiple times. With each, you will have to seek additional training, education, and experience. I am told that half the jobs today won't even exist in 10 to 20 years. But other jobs and careers will replace them. Just the other day, I was reading an article that highlighted some of the new jobs that will be available in 2030. That's just around the corner. Here are some of those jobs. Organ creator, augmented reality journey builder, metaverse planner, biofilm installer, algorithm bias auditor, rewilder, human-machine teaming manager, digital currency advisor. And some of those jobs that looking way beyond in 2050, artificial intelligence psychologist, quantum data analyst, drone manager, sustainable building regulator, and the list goes on and on. Frankly, I don't know what half of those job titles mean, but I'm sure they're going to require knowledge, experience, and additional education. For you, the prospects of these new careers can be an uncomfortable thought, unnerving, stressful. But it's also exciting because it means that you'll be changing constantly, and that's the type of life that keeps your mind fresh, inspires thinking, and is the foundation for lifelong learning and growth. As I look over the graduating class today, I see so much promise, a better future, a better society. I can't wait to see what you will achieve in the days to come. Once again, let me congratulate all of you for what you've accomplished. To me, you are the greatest generation. And as you make your way through life from here on, please remember that Shawnee State will always be here for you. And for the last time, I will sign off. Go Bears.